The stranger on the train. Have you ever had a small moment that changed the way you look at life? Today, I want to share with you a story called The Stranger on the Train. It happened on a quiet Monday morning. The sky was still gray. The air was cold, and most people on the train looked half awake, staring at their phones or trying not to spill their coffee. I had just started a new job, and like many first days, I was nervous. I kept rehearsing what I would say, how I would introduce myself, and wondering if people would like me. As the train doors opened at the next station, a man walked in. He was probably in his 60s, with silver hair and kind eyes. He looked around and smiled at everyone. Not a big smile, just a small, warm one. And something strange happened. Almost instantly, the mood in the train shifted. A few people lifted their heads. Someone smiled back. Even I felt a little lighter. The man sat down across from me. After a moment, he looked at me and said, "First day of something important?" I was surprised. "How did you know?" I asked. He laughed softly. "You remind me of my younger self. Nervous, excited, and checking my watch every 2 minutes." We talked for a while. He told me his name was Thomas. For 40 years, he had worked as a teacher, now retired. He liked riding the train in the morning because, as he said, people are honest in the morning. They haven't put on their masks yet. I asked him what he meant, and he explained. In the morning, people show their real feelings, tired, hopeful, stressed, or happy. But there's something beautiful about that. It reminds me that everyone is carrying a story. As he spoke, I noticed something I had never paid attention to before. The different expressions on people's faces. A woman reading a letter with a smile. A student studying nervously for an exam. A man staring out the window as if thinking about someone he missed. Thomas continued, "When you feel nervous today, just remember this. Everyone around you is also figuring out life. No one has everything under control, and that's okay." I felt my chest loosen, as if someone had released a tight knot inside me. His words were simple, but they felt true. Maybe too true. When the train stopped at my station, I stood up and thanked him. He smiled again, the same warm, gentle smile from earlier, and said, "Go and write your story. Every day is a new page." I walked out of the train feeling different, not completely confident, not magically fearless, but lighter, like someone had taken away a small piece of my worry and replaced it with courage. Later that day, during lunch break, I thought about Thomas's words. Everyone is carrying a story, and made me look at my coworkers differently, not as strangers I wanted to impress, but as people who were also dealing with their own fears, hopes, dreams, and bad days. And from that moment on, something changed inside me. I started talking to people more. I listened better. I felt less alone. Sometimes a small conversation with a stranger can teach you more than 1,000 books. And that was the day I realized. Even the shortest encounters can become the most meaningful chapters of our lives.